This show is brought to you by John Hughes and ORE Off-Road Equipment. Welcome to DriveWA. Today, we're going to learn more about the outback from Shark Bay Indigenous Guide Capes before visiting World Banana Headquarters and the sort of country you'll only find in Outback WA.
Take me down, I'm frightened.
In episode 5, we met Shark Bay Indigenous Guide Darren Capes. He's an amazing man, so let's go and learn more from Capes about his country.
And we have 20 different Aboriginal dialects spoken. We have a universal Yamaji language, which means that we can all understand each other like that. And that's what they call circular breathing.
Capes' insight into the thousands of years that carved this land into what we call Western Australia gave Mark and Tara new insight into just how important it is to the people that live in the northwest.
This here, is, as I said, is a very important old place.
Yeah.
We call this a ngura, a camp. And this is traditionally used in summer, right up until Monkey Mai was first established. Small family of about 6 to 10 people in there. We've uncovered turtle bones, dugong bones and other shellfish, well over 1,000 years old from this site. And it's one of our younger sites. We have recorded something about in excess of 130 to 150 Aboriginal sites. This one's about 1,000 to 2,000 years old. We have other shell midden sites all around Wula Guda in the coastal region. Some of those up to 7,500 years old. We also have down that way there shell quarry site, all right, flint quarry I should say, and that's about 20,000 years old. So all these sites we're recording and protecting to put them on a database so we can look after them, because that's our culture, that's our heritage. And we want to make sure that people understand the cultural significance to these places. We don't allow people inside there because that's too culturally sensitive. And as I said before, one of our aunties, great aunties, was born in this cave in 1870 when her mother walked all the way from Kalbarri. My mother, when she was alive, was also born between here and Kalbarri when they used to walk up. So they're very important places like that. And like I say, we record them and put them on a database to preserve them.
Yeah.
We have a native title claim over this area on behalf of Mulgana people, and I sit on the working group, so no work's done anywhere in the World Heritage Area until we're consulted. All right, so actually today and yesterday I was meant to be over Eustis Sloop doing site survey over there because they're taking material to build some other stuff over there. And we want to make sure that they know what's going on.
Why don't you put a railing across or protect it at all?
Because people will just jump over it.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is to encourage
signage through
the signage, yeah. And we're using our language and interpretive signage so that people can, we can educate people on why it's important.
And hopefully they can respect that.
Now, if you imagine yourself living here over 1,000 years ago, first thing you look to do is you'll go down there and dig for water when you wake up. The second thing you'll do is you'll climb up to the top of the hill, and that way you can find beautiful views all across these shallow bays. You can look for turtle, dugong and fish and things like that.
Is there much fresh water around here?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Now, that's a very good question, Taryn, because you see this here. This is like a kangaroo highway. All right? And now we have a red kangaroo called a biggerda, and we also have a grey kangaroo called a yawarda. We only eat the red kangaroo, Taryn, because it's got a better taste than the grey one. In the desert, they call the big kangaroos marlu, and we don't eat those marlu because to us they have a funny taste. We only eat our ones. And those people that live in the desert, they won't eat our kangaroos because they reckon our kangaroos have a funny taste. Now these kangaroos, they got a good mulya, they got good nose, so they can smell better than humans. And they use that nose to look for food and water, and that's the main two things that they travel and look for. And when they travel, it's cool when they travel, not when it's hot. So you follow these kangaroo trails, you'll either find kangaroo or you'll find water. And we say when white fellas first come here to this country, Guda Guda, they call this place Freshwater Camp. And that is because our people showed early settlers where to find water. And all through this white sand country, you can find places at the base of these sand dunes and that, where you can dig down and find water. Now, we have two types of kangaroo tracks. This here is the tail, all right? And that's a slow track when a kangaroo crawls along.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so this one's crawling along there. Crawling along, crawling along. All right. Feet on the outside, tail. The feet called Jinnah, the two hands they call Mara, and the tail that's called Nyundi. All right, so he's crawling along. Now these other fellas, they jump along like this. See, jumping through there, jumping, going that way. The reason why we know that kangaroo's going that way, because when they jump like this. They push the sand forward, not backwards. All right?
Yeah.
So come with me. All this here, look. All this here is kangaroo guna, kangaroo poo. All right, that's all grass. Like that. Kangaroo. So come this way with me.